One good on good, bro. Good on good.
But that's great on great. That's not good on good, bro. That's great on great.
We know we were both began last year after what happened. So it's really a rivalry game.
I mean, bro, it's gonna be the battle of the best offense in the SWAC and the best defense in the SWAC.
This is my first time watching the intro in a long time, bro.
Bro, I said the same thing.
Man. Hey man, it's been a long time, bro. Not
What's up,
really.
bro?
About 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah, we
long time.
yeah, we haven't done this in a long time. Yeah.
I see you at work. I'm at home. How's everything going?
Yeah, it must be nice. Everything going good. We got a little bit of a chill kind of week this week. Thank goodness. Volleyball, they're about to wrap up their season. Soccer season is over. And obviously know what happened with football. So I mean that's that.
Did y'all already have your Hall of Fame thing?
Or what?
Hall of Fame event.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had that. We had that a couple weeks ago. You said what?
Coach 12 was there?
Yeah. She was there.
Did she cry?
I don't know. I wasn't. I didn't see her.
Didn't go.
I didn't see her there. I was just,
So how did y'all go? Did y'all give speeches? Like, did y'all people give speeches, or how did it?
I didn't go, bro. You asking too many questions. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if she was gonna cry because I asked her was she gonna cry, and she said probably not because she said she's not that type of that's not who she is when she gets emotional. So.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I didn't hear that she cried though.
Yeah. I mean, at least you got to see you got a return on Monday last Thursday when the team came back. Coach White.
Yeah, man. It was really good to see them. I'm always going to say Coach White. I mean, that is one of my favorite coaches that I've ever worked with. She's always shown love, always been real appreciative, and we had a great conversation when she was here. So
and y'all won too.
White in the volleyball team. You said what?
And y'all won too.
Oh yeah, I mean that's always a good thing. I wasn't gonna mention.
Was it sweet?
Yeah. It was close to a couple of them sets was close though. They definitely put up a fight. I know they got their own fair share of injuries and all of that type of stuff going on.
It's a different season for ASU volleyball.
Definitely. It's a young team and all of that as well. So, but yeah, they definitely put up a fight though for sure.
Yeah, she's not used to this at all. This is not like her.
Yeah. It can definitely be a little tough. I know.
Shout out to Coach White though. Shout out to Coach White. All big supporter of the show.
Absolutely.
But it's been a long time since we did this. I got an opportunity to come on a Jackson State platform yesterday. Tiger Talk.
Yeah, Tiger Talk.
Chris. No. With Chris, not Chris. Jesus Christ. It's something with a C. I'll think of his name.
Corey.
Who?
Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
I was trying to let you figure it out.
It was a cool interview. Talk about preview the game, kind of like we're gonna do today. He was a cool dude, cool cat. He said he knew you. He's just gonna be like a big family reunion because it's like with our staff members, we kind of all traded places.
Yeah.
Dennis and me, and then you and Travis. Well, you didn't really. Well, you did trade, but I didn't really do anything. I just kind of stayed.
You was just kind of there. Yeah, I got you.
It was more like a D'Angelo Russell from the Lakers to the Warriors type deal. Got traded with State. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
but how you feeling about the game? You're not getting a chance to come, but
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I got a great opportunity to go to New Orleans, and I was handpicked to go. It's a great opportunity that the athletic department is giving me, and I don't argue with our AD and our administration. I'm not arguing with that. So it's kind of bittersweet because obviously that would be my first time coming back to Montgomery. I didn't go for homecoming or anything like that, but hey man, I'm excited for the game. I really, really am. It's something I've been looking forward to. Like I'm about to play the game or something like that. All year. So it is it's proven to be a pretty big game too. Obviously it's a little bit different because Alabama State lost last week, but it's still a pretty big game for both teams, I think. And it is one of those games where I mean, bro, it's gonna be the battle of the best offense in the swag and the best defense in the swag. So I'm really looking forward to the game.
I'm kind of disappointed because we kind of, I mean, obviously losing is bad in general, but the circle that we lost and then what kind of cost us, like it's like you had it, it's in your hands, it's right here for you for the taking.
Yeah,
slipped away. So that kind of lost a little bit of fire in the game because I mean, if y'all win, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't want to go out there as a team. You got too much pride to go out there and roll over. So I don't think we're going to roll over, but I could definitely see some hurt spirits.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think that's what happens. That's what happens when there's a game like that. But ultimately, I mean, we know what Bama State is about. We've seen it for the last 4 years. We've seen it with Coach Robinson for the last couple of years as well. And they're never a team that's going to lay down. They're always going to put up a fight. That defense, I mean, I keep talking about the defense. That defense is legit. They're always gonna come with a fight too. So you never really know what's going to happen. I mean, I have my own take obviously, but I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
I think it's going to be a good game solely based on the fact that ASU always, even during the Deion era, ASU and Jackson State always had competitive games. I think the first time they played, obviously the first time we beat them when Deion was there, and then the second go around, they beat us like 28-7. But those are still competitive games. And then we were both at the game last year after what happened. So it's really a rivalry game. But I like to say I think Jackson State has a lot of rivals. Honestly, I think everybody has Jackson State rivalry, much like FAMU. I think FAMU and Jackson might be the biggest rivalry in the SWAC right now. Especially since it's been a situation now where they're going back to playing at home. It's not the OBC, the Orange Boston Classic. Yeah. So it adds a little bit more to the fire. So next year, y'all got to make that trip to Tallahassee, which I'm sure you're not too upset about yourself.
Oh, no. I love Tallahassee. I got a lot of love for Tallahassee.
Yeah, I bet you
do. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a good test of offense versus defense. I mean, like we've been talking about already. I think the Jackson State has really hit a stride offensively. I think the first couple of games, obviously playing out of conference and playing against different teams, it was a little it was some questions that needed to be answered. I mean, we had two different quarterbacks playing at the same time, and it was a lot of questions there. But I think they've started to hit their stride. Irv Mulligan, I mean, you can't say enough about Irv. The way that he's come into his own and really bounced back from his injury. Didn't play the first couple of games and is still leading the SWAC and rushing. Like you have to talk about Irv when you talk about this offense. I think that he's been great. He's been phenomenal. And Travis Terrell has also been great. Amari Matthews, the running back core is just it. I knew from camp that they were going to be a deep team, and they've shown even more how deep that they can really go. And it's just been really, really fun to watch.
Unfortunately, it also, now that I think about it, you brought that up. We would have had the number 1 and number 2 rushers going against each other in the same game too. Because prior to Jamar Holtzclaw getting injured, he was second in the SWAC and carry in rushing yards, I think. And obviously Irv was number 1. So that would be interesting to watch as well. Freshman versus senior. Because I think Irv is a senior, right?
I believe he's a grad student, actually.
Grad student. So he's definitely, I'm sure he's going after this year. But also, Irv, I think he's looking for a little bit of get back against us because he got hurt in the game against us last year.
Mm-hmm.
Got hurt, I think, in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he definitely got hurt early. I remember that.
So I think he'll be looking to send a little statement. But I think that I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I really don't know it because we've played well in every single game this year. We've given ourselves a chance to win, even OBC, and that was probably the worst game we played all season by far. and because that was the first game of the season. But I gotta talk about Kareem Key. I don't know how you feel about this story of him. I just want to say, Kendall, if somehow magically we would have managed to win a SWAC championship in the scenario with him being the quarterback after this storyline, that might have been the greatest story in history of the SWAC for sure. But bro, think about it.
I don't know. See, bro, I don't know about the greatest. I'm not to downplay the story at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the greatest story. It would have been up there for sure. But you got some heavy hitters when it comes to stories in the SWAC.
Fifth string wide receiver walked onto a team. Now you're the starting quarterback, and you hadn't played quarterback since high school, and you lead a team to the SWAC championship. Bump the winning, but leading them there, that would be pretty impressive to me. But
that's what Disney Channel movies is made of, right?
Bro, I texted you during the Grambling game. I said, bro, this is like an NCAA like moment right here. If he
picked the underdog route.
Yeah, for sure. But I think he's gonna develop well into the game. I think he kind of sets the tone for the game. The defense does for sure, but I think with y'all's defense, it'll be a good test for him. And for some reason, some way, somehow, he's continued to up his game week by week by week. And I don't necessarily know. That's I think he's the wild card, no pun intended, in this game. If he plays well, I think we win. But it's a SWAC champion. It's a SWAC East championship game. If we're being honest, I know obviously it's not winner take all, but it feels like winner take all.
I mean, this is the last hurdle that Jackson State has to go through. And
Alcorn not an easy game though. I mean, I know that doesn't matter, but Alcorn.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying as far as like East Division, like
yeah.
When you beat FAM, obviously that whoever that third team is, obviously this year is Alabama State. If you beat that top two, then I mean you basically got the division, at least for the last couple of years. And for all intents and purposes, I saw them. They've been battle tested. This is definitely a team that's been battle tested. Having that FAMU game and having it play out the way that it did, I mean, it showed you how they can play in crunch time, and how they have a lot of playmakers that can step up when they need to make a play. So it's something I'm really interested in seeing. Like you were talking about with Kareem, I think his story is really, really great. He has a great story, but I also think his level of play and level of poise that you have to have as a fifth string quarterback, as a walk-on, like all of these different things that you talked about, that definitely shows you got to get him managed credit. You got to give him managed credit. And I'm not discrediting him at all. I think that the defense is still obviously the strongest part of the team. I think we can say that for as long as we've been at Alabama State and covering Alabama State. But I think that the Jackson State defense is led by that D line. That D line, True Thompson, Phil Webb, Nobles, like the leading sack getter in the conference. All of these different components, like they all play off of each other, and I'm missing a good amount of guys as well. So I just think that they're definitely going to put some pressure on him, and we'll see how he does with that pressure. But like I said, I'm looking forward to it because the offensive line is more improved than it has been as well.
That's what I was about to say. I think we've only given up 14 sacks in the season. When have you ever heard of ASU offensive line giving up 14 sacks?
Man, I know a couple of dudes that would have loved to have that much protection when they were playing.
I think that both of us do. They don't move from the team anymore. But that's the funny thing, that the offensive line is probably his best offensive line since he's been here. But that is what it is. It's funny because Coach Robinson, we were doing a coach show last week. He was talking about the poise of Kareem, and this was the which game was it? Alcorn State. We played them in Port City. We fell behind. He said, "Okay, Kareem, it's your time right here." And Kareem kind of sat there. He looked at him. He said, "I've been here before." And then led a game-winning drive. So when you talk about poise, he carries himself with a lot of confidence. He's shy, very mild-mannered. but it kind of reminds me personality-wise. I'm not saying game-wise or like Bryce Young, like just always cool, calm, collected. If I throw 300 yards, it is what it is. If I throw 400 yards, if I throw 4 picks, I'm still gonna be. I'm coming. I mean, I feel like the team goes as he goes ultimately, and the offense is bought into him. And believe it or not, Kendall, for some reason, some way, somehow, this has been the best offensive production we've had in years with a fifth-string quarterback.
Crazy to think about, isn't it?
Very. But defensively, I gotta ask you a question. Who do you think is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year? Like, because I don't think there's one standout guy on any team necessarily.
Yeah. That's a good question, bro. That's a
Or
really
Offensive Player of the Year. I think that's between Irv and the receiver at Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I was about to say those are my two. Those are my two for sure. Defensive Player of the Year is a good question though.
Because you got a lot of candidates in this game.
Yeah, exactly. What you got? Nobles leading in sacks. JB leading in picks.
Yeah.
Trey
Corn leading in forced fumbles.
Yeah, and
Rico's like top 5.
We got K1. Wiggins, cornerback. He's leading in pass deflections. So I mean, yeah, you got a lot of great defensive players in this game for sure. And I think it's gonna be I don't even know, bro. It's gonna be it's gonna be a tight race. I think it's anybody's to win right now.
It might be a co-defensive player of the year.
I could see that too. I could definitely see that.
There's not one guy. Usually you give it to the guy who linebackers have won it over the past 3-4 years.
It's also the one that's on the best team too.
The best team. But y'all don't have y'all have guys. I'm not saying nobody stands out in the team. But
I could see Nobles winning it then. If the trend continues, I could see Nobles winning it.
You say he leads in sacks?
Yeah.
Okay. I think with the linebackers, they like the big tackles, the big tackle numbers.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Grambling leading in tackles? Yeah,
and they also lead the conference in forced turnovers. But I think against both of us, they forced the most turnovers in their individual. Half of those came between Jackson and ASU.
Bro, don't even get me started, bro. Don't get me started on that game.
I think that was the worst game y'all played this season. I said for us, it was Central. That was by far y'all worst game.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think there was a lot of things that went into it. Yeah. Obviously, they won the game. I'm not gonna sit here and say that take anything away from their win.
Both our teams handed in the game.
Yeah. I was about to say we quite literally handed a couple of those touchdowns to them in the end zone. So yeah, that was an interesting game. But actually, you talking about that brings up a point that I was gonna make earlier. Talking about Jacobian Morgan. Mm-hmm. He has been a lot more improved over this season, and you've seen him kind of come into his own. I want to say he's a junior. Oh. I want to say he is. I gotta look. But just the way that he's kind of come into his own has been really good to see. He has shown a lot of poise, like we've talked about. He's shown a lot of poise in situations where he's making game-altering plays. I believe there was a possession or drive against Texas Southern when the game was kind of close, and he had started making plays that eventually led the drives to us winning that game. He led the charge, and just seeing him again start making decisions better. Coach TC has talked about it a lot already. Just him going through his progressions, you can tell that he's going through his progressions a lot better. He's improving game by game, and I think with the wide receivers that he's dealing with, he's not dealing with his top wide receivers, but on their part and on his part, they're making it work, and they're making it work in a big way.
Offensive Player of the Year?
You said what?
Did he win Offensive Player of the Year, or do you think not because y'all had the 2 quarterback game going on early?
I mean, I think Irv is kind of just, if there's anybody that's going to win Offensive Player of the Year, Irv has just been that good in an even shorter amount of time. So I think you got to give it to Irv just because of the production that he's given.
That's interesting. I can see that. I was expecting Jacobian to. I thought he was going to be the quarterback the full year, the whole season this year because the way he played, he finished out last season. I was kind of conflicted about the whole, but I understand. Cameron McCoy played well in the game that Jacoby got hurt, and you're like, okay, which one is you got to make sure he's not a fluke, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think he played well. This whole, I'm just interested in defenses. Like for us, I think you can trust your defense to go in the field, but you also have to play defense with your offense. And when I say playing defense with your offense, you have to keep the other team's offense off the field.
Mm-hmm.
You're always so capable of hanging 50 points on anybody any second, like scoring in bunches. You kind of have to play keep away and control the clock. And I think that's ultimately going to be the game plan for us because even if no matter how good you are defensively, there's too many skilled offensive players on all college levels, even in the NFL. A receiver is going to get open, a running back is going to break free, and a quarterback is going to make a play. So things just happen. It doesn't matter if you have. I don't care if you got the 2008 Pittsburgh Steelers playing. They can give up points.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's going. I mean, I keep saying it. I think it's going to be an interesting story to tell because our offense is thriving right now, especially our run defense, and it's going to be who's going to win in the trenches. I think. I think the trenches is gonna prove better than anything else because our offensive line has been moving guys. Like it's been the holes that they've been creating for Irv have been really, really good. Like it's a good amount of Irv's long runs that are coming from him not getting any contact until he gets to the second level.
Yeah.
He'll run a dude over for sure, but that'll be a dude that's coming from the second level. His offensive linemen have been playing amazing as far as making those holes for him and Travis and Amari and all of these different individuals that are toting that rock. Like it's really, really cool to see the way that this offensive line, despite injuries, despite everything that's going on, how this offense as a whole is just kind of flowing together.
I think it simplifies stuff for Jacoby too because you don't rely on him to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game.
Oh yeah.
Make a couple plays, and by that point you're up 21-0 and you're just running the air out of the ball.
Yeah, I don't think when Irv and all of these guys, when you saw them practice, I don't think anybody was saying, okay, Jacobian or whoever that quarterback is gonna have to throw the ball that many times a game. Like they are they can do both. And I think that's always good to have on an offense. That they can all play off of each other and they can make a difference. But I think also one side of the ball that we haven't talked about is special teams. Yeah. I think special teams is gonna make a big impact in this game. I mean, you think about Travis Terrell and Jalen Dupree. For us, the amount of work that they've been doing on that side of the ball. Javancy Jones has had that side of the ball going crazy this entire season, and I mean they've been showing up and showing out.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. What team with a punt returner and kick returner doesn't feel like their returner is special, or it's like a top end speed? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we were watching ESPN broadcast, oh my gosh, they got Percy Harvin back there. We know he's dangerous. Well, bro, every team if they put their best player back there, of course he's gonna be dangerous. But that's another subject. I mean, I've never seen a team that's discredited their punt returner or kick returner.
That's fair.
I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah, I got you. I think when they can back up the stats, obviously, like you said, there's always going to be the hype. But when you could back it up with stats, I think it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that. Speaking of, I'm hoping that Flash can get his first one this year. Because Flash is not
one yet.
Nah.
Dang.
Nah, we haven't had a kick return. No, he got one against Valley.
Yeah, I was about to say Valley, right?
He got called back.
Oh,
because we had a player that helmet came off, and he continued to play.
I think I did see that. I did see
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
he
yeah, that was
hasn't technically, but Flash had like 3 or 4 last year that we
okay.
witnessed, including the Magic Classic. But we do a thing now where we'd have 2 punt returners. I've never seen that before. Well, I have, but it's very seldomly, maybe on like tricks because
Mhm.
people kick away from Flash. So
Got
now you kick away from Flash, now you're kicking to Ajak,
mhm.
who isn't as fast as Flash, but he's nifty and can, you know,
Explosive. Yeah, I got
yeah.
you.
But I think AJ Gates is the only one that has a kick return for us this year. He had that again OBC because he got hurt in the middle.
Mhm.
But yeah, special teams is gonna be the difference maker because every game we've lost this year, we've missed field goals or we've had blocked punts or
Mhm.
kickoff team is pretty solid. We may give up a big one every now and then, but for the most part, if you any team who makes kicks, it's Coach Robinson say if you can't kick, you can't win. So
I agree. I mean, this is definitely a game that could come down to the wire, and I mean, you need every point that you can get. I have a lot of confidence in our kicker, Gerardo Beza. I mean, we call him G baby. Like he. I mean, I think he's leading the SWAC in field goals too. I think, and I mean, he's been automatic. Whenever you need him to step up, he's there to step up. I can say that about both of our kickers for real, because we got a All American punter as well, Matt Noel. He doesn't get a chance to punt too often. I think he punts maybe like twice a game at this point, which is a testament to the offense. But always having some reliable special teamers is always important.
so how are y'all at the corner position?
I think we're pretty solid at the.
Secondary as a whole.
I think what you said. What from the
Secondary as a
Oh,
whole.
secondary? Okay. I mean, I think we are pretty solid at our secondary, honestly. I mean, we have our lapses, every now and then, but
Lapses though. Sometimes when you have a good pass rush in front of you,
mhm.
you can get a little comfortable and
Oh yeah, yeah. I think some of the stats that we've had, some of the long passes have been due to like miscommunications and things like that. But overall, I would say that we have a really good secondary. We have a lot of playmakers. We had a lot of like preseason All Americans and stuff like that. With Robert McDaniel and Sayes Guthrie and all of those guys. But we also, from our corner positions as well, K1. Day Day showed up big last game. He had a pick after, not playing as much as he's used to playing. And then just kind of going through some things off the field as well. But I mean, we've really been, I think, resilient, especially because it's kind of weird how the game has been played over the last few games. We started out the season, starting out really slow, and you know, starting out the gate fast. Sorry, we started out the gate fast and then couldn't finish, and then now it's the complete opposite. We may start out the gate a little slow, but I mean we don't allow second half points like that. So I think it's Coach Quinn has done a really good job with that group. And I mean that's his group. So I think that they're battle tested, and I think that they're ready to go.
yeah, I think these are two talented secondaries. I think the ultimately the guy that all scouts have their eyes because I was going to tell Coach Robinson this. This is a heavy NFL scout game. If I'm an NFL scout, if you're HBCU level, this
Mhm.
is the game I'm paying attention to. Like one of the guys I think he's up for Ionis Williams Award is James Burgess, and then we have a couple guys on both squads that are up for the is it the Senior Bowl? The
Mhm.
HBCU I can't think of the name of it right now. You know what I'm talking about? It's like gold and black.
It's not yeah, I think it's a Senior Bowl. I mean, it's not like the Legacy Bowl or something like that, is it?
Legacy Bowl, yeah, Legacy Bowl. It's a lot of y'all have a lot of players in there. I think we have
Mhm.
like 3 secondary players in there. So I think that's a good opportunity for them to get scouted because now you're going good on good, as Coach Prime would say in this game. So it's a good opportunity for everybody to come out and get some exposure. I wanted this game to be on ESPNU personally.
It's on Plus, right?
Yeah, but I thought this was one of those games that could have been on ESPNU. Me personally,
I mean, I feel like they could have stretched it, but who am I?
yeah, or at least something national TV, ABC, something.
Mm-hmm.
See Valley and A&M, no disrespect.
Who?
Valley and A&M play on ESPNU this Thursday.
Oh, that's a Thursday game. Okay.
But it is what it is. Speaking of Valley, bro, Valley is not a bad football team.
They're not. I think they get a lot.
They scared us.
I don't know if I would say that they scared us the same way, because they were a lot quicker in scoring with y'all than they were with us. But they fought for longer, I think, in our game than they did with y'all. Because once y'all kind of got up to
speed, they rolled over pretty much.
Yeah. They battled a little bit longer with us than I think they did with y'all. But yeah, I think a lot of people look at their record and just kind of discredit.
Bro, but those two.
Yeah. I mean, anytime that
they will get you. They will get you if you play around with them or toy around. You turn the ball over 3-4 times, but you'll look up. You'll be down 21-0.
You can't play with your foot with them.
Nah. And going to Bethune and winning is not easy either.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, they gave us a half. They gave us a really tough half.
Disregard the text message. I tried to put my phone on my computer on D&D. It just didn't.
Hey, bro, you getting blown up? That's what it sounds like.
Bro, no. These are emails from the university, bro, about the holidays.
Yeah, so, bro. I gotta do what I gotta do too.
Yeah. But anything else? Oh, score prediction.
Score prediction.
Y'all been scoring a lot of points.
Yeah. What do we average?
Like 30, 31, 30. But that might have went up after this weekend.
Yeah, probably.
Believe it or not, though, I think that Jackson, FAMU, and ASU were trying to run the score up on each other, like on against other teams, because if it came down to a tiebreaker, that would have been one of the things that got factored in. So
I could see it. Are we averaging 37.7?
Yeah, that game this week, because y'all were at 30 last week.
And y'all holding teams to 19?
It was lower, honestly, before these last two games.
I'll say
the easy answer would be 30-19. Well, how many points we average in this offense? I think you got it in front of you. That's what I'm asking.
24.3.
22.3?
24.3.
Jesus, that's higher than any of you I've ever been at ASU.
I know, right?
Bro,
I was like, dang. Like they actually want to score now. It's crazy.
Yeah, you had 3 years ago. You might have won a SWAC championship, but hey.
I ain't even gonna get on that soapbox. I'll say what? 30. I'm trying to do math and it's not working. I've been out of school for too long. I'll say 30. I'll say 30 to 21.
30 to 21?
Yeah. I think. That's hard, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see this being a high scoring game. Not saying y'all ain't gonna score, but based off, I feel like the pace of the game is gonna be kind of slower.
See, I would say that. No, you can talk.
Because even with the FAMU game, people thought we were gonna get blown out. And when you control the clock and play a slow pace, it ended up being a 28-13 game.
That's what I'm saying. Like
and that's not 28 is not a lot of points in today's landscape of college football.
I could see a situation where stuff happens like the last maybe like 6-7 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
That changes that score. Yeah, that changes that score up a little bit. But I mean, we beat FAM 35-21.
And that was defense at the last minute too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 30-21. I don't think that's too bad. And because my thing is with us, especially our rushing attack, our scores can come just like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could control the pace of the game, but then if you break off a couple of runs, then it's different. Or a bomb, that's one of the things Jacobian likes to do sometimes is just throw a bomb.
That's my thing though. We don't give up many like big explosive. I know y'all got Herb, but he's known for that. Mm-hmm. But it's more like dink, dunk, boom, we got you on the field.
Yeah.
What is that doing you dinking and dunking? Now y'all don't dink and dunk a lot, but y'all can put together long drives to put the game away.
I mean, one thing I will say is I definitely trust TC to have a great game plan for it though. Like yeah. I could very well see both coordinators on both teams changing up the game plan a little bit to fit the team that they're playing. I could see it a little bit. Not obviously not changing up the identity, but changing up the approach a little bit. I can see that.
I think they're gonna try to take shots early to see, you gotta test both DBs, both secondary to see okay.
Yeah,
and it's okay to throw a pick early in the game, because some of the picks, like I think JB had one against Alcorn that Alcorn threw it from the 50-yard line. They threw it to about the 10, their own 10, and it was essentially a punt. So you're not worried about, stuff like that, but you in your own red zone, you throw a pick, that ain't the safest thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see this game getting into the 40s though.
How you talking about? Because you just flipped the score. You just flipped
on y'all average 37 points a game.
Okay, but you just said you can see it being a low scoring game.
I'm leaning towards it could be low scoring, but and this is not a knock to our defense.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have hung points from a lot of teams. You said y'all scored 30. How many offensive points y'all scored against FAMU?
35.
Offensive points.
Oh. Give me a sec.
See what I'm saying?
I didn't.
That's not the second. Your defense very well could score, get a scuba score against us. One,
2. Can I count the touchdowns?
Oh, my bad.
17, 20, 27.
27. Okay, that's what I thought.
You only had one defensive touchdown.
I know, but the 30 kind of puts it still helps. 35 helps.
I guess. So yeah, 27.
I got 27-13. I'm not gonna say which way because I don't know.
You're not gonna say. How you not gonna pick a winner, bro?
Yeah, I have to pick ASU, don't I?
I mean, they're cutting your paycheck, so I would hope that you would.
You have to pick Jackson, even though ASU's they're
exactly. Like that's why I said
we can't be too political. We have to be politically correct, y'all, but we still have to show,
I mean, I was going to say, or when I said my score prediction, I think you knew that I was talking about Jackson State.
30 to 30. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you two predictions. One for Jackson and one for ASU.
Okay.
30-17 if ASU wins. If Jackson wins.
Okay.
21-14 if ASU wins. Or 21-17 if ASU wins.
So you think it's got to be a low-scoring game for y'all to win?
Yeah, because I think that if we win, we control the pace of the game. Not discrediting your offense, but I just think we're gonna play defense with offense.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. I mean, I think both of us can agree that we've mentioned a couple of guys on both sides of the ball for each team, but it's a whole lot of other guys that we could have mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I'm going down the list of the roster at one point, and I'm just like, oh man, I could have said this, I could have said that about him. It's going to be a really talented game.
I wish both teams were healthy.
Bro, both teams were healthy. We'd be talking about a totally different game, honestly.
This would be a game. This would be two undefeated SWAC teams or one loss SWAC teams whoever wins, winner take all.
Yeah, this I could definitely see this being a
Bro, imagine Andrew versus Jacobian straight up for the SWAC championship.
bro. Imagine us having all of our wide receivers. Like
one good on good, bro. Good on good.
But that's great on great. That's not good on good, bro. That's great on great. The way that both of these teams have played despite injuries, that's great on great. That's if you got everybody for everybody, yeah, bro. This is gonna be crazy.
I meant to tell you, Steph just told me that he's done for the year. And it's
real, bro.
Dislocated his knee and tore his tendon.
Dang, man. That sucks.
And he was having a good season this year too. We know Steph has always played relatively well.
Bro, shout out Steph, bro. That is a very talented individual. I've not seen too many.
He could do this if he wanted to. What we're doing right now.
Yeah, facts. I haven't seen too many guys in my time in college and in my time now that can do both and do them at a pretty high level. So yeah, big shout out to him.
Honestly, we got so many photographers and videographers that play on the football team. Kendall, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how y'all's are because I'm sure y'all have some guys that be taking pictures. Maybe
we got some guys that got some talents in a lot of different areas. Yeah, I wouldn't say like
not media.
I don't really know if they have a whole lot of time. Like I feel like they're between their classes and all of that type of stuff. They're kind of tied down right now.
Yeah.
We both know that like it's that off season is a lot different. But yeah, we definitely got some talent. Shout out Evan Henry. You know that's he should be on the news one day. I think he got what it takes. So yeah, it's a lot of talent though on both sides for sure.
Well, it's just like Cam, the guy I'm always showing you, he's one of the most talented 6'7" males I've ever seen in my life. But bro, he's 6'7" and can do a split and get right back up. And takes pictures and videography.
So how do you know that he can do the split though? Like,
bro, he did it in the classic.
Oh, okay. All right. That was a celebration.
Matter of fact, I'll show you the video. 2 offensive linemen, they scored a touchdown and they in the back of the end zone, and got back up. I thought I sent you that video, but I had to find it.
Nah, you didn't. That's why it caught me off guard a little bit. But okay, I understand. I got you.
Yeah, I got you. Anything else we get up out of here?
Shoot, I guess just the fact, hey, y'all, we missed y'all. We really did.
It's busy out here in these HBCU sports media worlds, man.
Yeah, man, we definitely missed y'all. I know Khalil talked about it like a day or two ago. I mean, shoot, we kind of getting that itch back a little bit, and you know, it's kind of hard, you know, juggling everything, but when we can, we definitely gonna do it. And shoot, if I gotta come to my office and record, then that's just what I gotta do. And
it's a pretty good time. Record at 4:00 usually, 3:45. Well, I don't know because you know basketball season about to start.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much traveling you're gonna be doing with your basketball team. I won't probably be traveling that much with basketball, unless it's you know how
it remains.
They switch it up now.
You said what?
When they switch the schedule up now. If this was like Monday, Saturday thing like they used to, but since
with the double headers.
Yeah, but since you split it up to double headers, it's like it's kind of hard to figure out when the free time necessarily is. And baseball season and softball rolling around in February.
Oh yeah, we cooked on that one. We gotta figure that one out.
It shouldn't be difficult. It's a lot easier than this season though. The fall.
Yeah.
Anything else we get up out of here?
Nah, bro. You got anything?
I got to go to the gym.
I feel it. About to go to church. So.
Enjoy church, man, and enjoy your trip to New Orleans this week.
I will. I'm gonna miss y'all. in Montgomery for sure. I'm gonna be back though. I don't know when, but I'm gonna be back.
It won't be this year.
It might be. Who knows?
You're not coming back before January 1st. And I don't know unless you come back in the summer next year.
I don't know. We gonna see, y'all. We gonna
I
see.
didn't spend no time in Montgomery in the summer.
Yeah. Shoot, Mississippi beat, man. The heat down south is no joke.
Yeah. I'm
No
stacking
joke.
my vacation days as we speak. So when the school year is up, best believe in the summer I'm going.
I believe it.
So
I believe it.
all right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Go
Happy.
Tigers.
Yeah. Go Hornets.